Hello and welcome to the Spiteful Positivity podcast. This is episode 4, and I'm calling this one Coming Home. The content that I've been making for the last while has been not really fake positivity, but I'm trying to show, hey, if you guys do the healing and if you love yourself and look after yourself, like this is what you look like. I have now decided to show up online in the raw, authentic version. So going, you know what, guys, I don't feel like it. Firstly, it's cold, it's wet, it's rainy. I had to walk back from the gym in the rain and the wind, which is like 50-kilometer winds or about 17 and a half eagles per hour. And such it, I'm going, I want to, but I don't want to, but I have to, but I don't have to. I could just do this tomorrow. And I want to show you that, yes, I'm very much about, you got to feel your feelings and, listen to what it's telling you. And sometimes your feelings are trying to stop you from achieving great things. So I don't have anything better to do. So why would I not record today? And then I can always just take the day off tomorrow. I just want to be honest with these now, not give you a created perfect version of me that's like, hi guys, how's it going? Because I know I tried to give off positivity in my previous content, so I wasn't lying. However, authentic Andreas should be showing up authentically, and I was trying to be perfect. Like yesterday, I finished creating my first course. It's called the Self-Rescue Blueprint, and I'm so excited to release it. And basically, I made a video just afterwards saying, guys, I'm documenting this feeling, the moments that I have finished my first course, and I did it without the perfect conditions. I don't even have like 500 followers on Instagram. I've got a podcast with 18 subscribers. So why would I be creating a course? But it's on my heart to do so. It's my passion. And I'm going to believe in myself until everyone else realizes that they should be doing it too. So, and that is pretty much the theme of today's episode. And I decided also why I should record this today is because the theme of coming home coincides with today, which is the new moon in Cancer, which is the Cancer rules the home, basically, and coming back to yourself, coming back to your roots. And ironically, as you can see, the hair is darker as well. So I didn't want to associate with the redhead Andrea anymore. So coming back to my roots, the darker hair, my natural color, which I actually really love. So yes, coming back to yourself. So let's just dive into it. So it's essentially what I've been going through recently has been integrating and turning inward. So I am my home. I am creating the safe space within myself for me to come out and do these scary things because I have created an environment within myself and externally as well to do the scary things, but to do it scared, do it broke, do it unsure, do it with no freaking clue on how and who and where and what and why. I still need to figure out how I'm going to sell it and the course, because I've now created that safe space within myself to do so. Coming home means coming home to yourself because you are the only home that you really have in this world. I, again, speak from experience because I was always looking for external validation or for love externally. Like when I lose the weight, then I'll find love. It's like I still have a bit of the unnecessary or unwanted weight, but I've found the love. I'm doing my dream job and I'm going to be paid millions and millions to do this too. So, and the conditions aren't perfect. That's because we keep waiting for things to be perfect, guys. Like it's such a human thing. I don't know, like I'll start the diet on Monday type of vibe. Every day is a Monday because time does not exist. And who's to say that it's not Monday right now? It's Wednesday. So do you see what I'm trying to say? Like there is no perfect time to do it. And those fears that are stopping you. So like yesterday, again, like I said, made this video and just to realize, all this time for the month or so that I was creating this course, all the fears popped up. It's not going to be good. Who's going to buy it? Why are you doing this? Blah, 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 blah. Fill in your own excuses here. And once I completed it, bro, like the world still carries on. Nothing changed, And so what is stopping you from doing your things? All those excuses you keep playing, they're just chatter. It's just mind chatter to stop you. But I, toe by toe, climbed out of my comfort zone so I can do the scary things but still feel safe. Like I said, right now, I really enjoy filming. I really enjoy putting this together. At least now I know tomorrow I can relax. I can chill because episode 4 is completed. So why put off the inevitable if I have no real reason stopping me? What's the point in starting it tomorrow? What is the point in going, oh, I don't feel like it? This is going to take me 40 minutes, 45 minutes to record. And then I've got the rest of the day. I'm just trying to sort of simplify it and just show you guys, all these fears that chat a big game, it's empty. They're absolutely hollow. The only life that those excuses have is the breath that you're breathing into it, if that makes any sense. Let's go back to you and let's go back to pretty much how this all started, right? So, to create that safe space within yourself, coming home to yourself, which means no matter where you are in the world, no matter what situation you're in, no matter who says what to you, you've got that peace and safety within yourself. Only you can give that to you. I mean, people do look for it in religion and everything, and that is like a substitute, because I always say when it comes to religion that it's easier for us to believe in something outside of ourselves than it is for us to believe in ourselves. It's so much easier for you to believe in crystals or an empty 2 liter Coke bottle than it is for you to believe in yourself. Tell me if I'm wrong. For some reason, we are scared of our own power, or we're scared of our own ability to do things and accomplish great things. Okay, let me say. So I've done these things, as in started doing the content, this podcast, the course. What else? I've helped clients as well, but nothing in my external environment is saying, yes, Andrea, this is great. I'm not getting the praise and the validation that I actually hoped, and not to be vain about it, not to be like, oh, wow, she's amazing, blah, 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 but just for someone to go, like, hey, you're doing a really great job. I do get them. I'm not going to lie. To the few people who have subscribed, who's liked the videos, who's sharing it, family, friends, I do appreciate that. But sometimes you kind of go, oh, I just wish I had a little bit more, And therein lies the magic, because this is where last week's episode comes into play, because the situations and the beliefs the situations and the people that are around you are actually busy directly showing you the beliefs that you hold within your mind. So because I wasn't giving my podcast and my course or whatever enough credit, or my ability and my skills as a transformational wellness coach, because I've not been promoting myself and getting myself out there and online, it's not the algorithm's fault that no one knows about my profile. It's my fault, because I'm being like, hey guys, I'm a transformational wellness coach and I have an episode and podcast and thank you, goodbye. Like the universe is going, okay, if you want to have that kind of energy, then this is the kind of support you're going to get from us. Because it's like, oh, okay, that's what you're offering. Well, here, let me just give that back to you. It all comes down to you. And this is where module 1 of the self-rescue blueprint talks about radical self-responsibility. You have to get honest, guys. So coming home to yourself means getting honest about what is going on in your life, what you like, what you don't like. Things just don't align with you. And again, I'm seeing this on a collective scale. There's so many people who, no matter what they believe in or don't believe in, they are just going, you know what? This isn't the life that I want for me anymore. This isn't the relationship. This isn't the habits, how I people please and say yes to things. Like, I just don't want to do this anymore. And I love to see it, because that means the authenticity vibes is busy making its way through everyone in all the different ways, but it's exactly the same. So many people I meet or talk to, we've got exactly the same feeling, completely different situation, but it's that feeling. And this is where, like I say, I'm hoping, should I say, so demanding, for this for my content and, this podcast to be a safe space for you, essentially this is for people who want to stop pretending. Stop pretending like everything is okay. Stop pretending like you know what's going on, because I've got no clue what's going on. And it's wonderful and it's great and it's just so carefree. This is what we want, right? You know what the super easiest part about all of this whole movement that's taking place, is that I don't think people realize that just by acknowledging, just the awareness of yourself, what you like, what you don't like, as soon as you go, actually, I don't really like working here. Once you sit with that feeling and you go, that's when things start to shift. All that you really need to do is just take accountability and acknowledgement and awarenessment. That's where the ball starts rolling. That's pretty much like 50%, because I will tell you, do you know what grates at me? One of my ultimatist pet peeves is for people to not acknowledge something so serious, like, or if, like, denial, essentially, is it freaks me out. And I think this is why I got a little bit loud and aggressive recently when I finally found my voice, because I was like, can you see? I was like, can you see? Can you see this elephant in the room? And people are like, oh, Andrea, just calm down. But now I'm trying to do this. I'm learning to do this in a more gentle way. And be like, should we talk about the elephant in the room instead of getting the whole parade and the circus out to escort the elephant out the room? It makes sense. So yeah, that's the one thing I can't stand. And I've realized, I think it's because I was in denial from myself all these years. Like I said, always blaming other circumstances, blaming my biology, blaming life and whatever, for everything else that was wrong in my life, until the one day you realize, and even now, that's the cool thing, is that I've done so much healing, but every once in a while, and I go, oh, I can actually change that too. Oh, it's not that difficult. So I just want to make the process, I want to show everyone else that it's actually a lot easier than we make it out to be. But because our brains, our meat thinkers, they're so wired to keep us safe, for me to now go and live my best life and be authentic and everything else, it's a lot of people in my family are not like that, not on a full scale anyways. They're still living under those blankets of, this is just what I do, this is just life, that's just how things are. Like, there's so much more that you could be doing to live a really happy life. Even if it's not 100% perfect, it's going to be even 2 steps more in the right direction is a big difference. Anyways, so this is why it's been really unfamiliar for me. This is why I'm doing these things and I've got no clue what I'm doing. And it's like you're walking in a dark room. You're just walking blind. And this is where walking in blind faith has been super helpful for me personally. Again, everyone's different. But walking in absolute blind faith has been super cool, because, as I made a photo the other day, a post, saying that, when we try to control and fill, but you kind of forcefully fill out the holes in your life, you're doing it on your terms. But when you just release what's in your hand, like trying to release control, that grip, that like everything has to be this way, then you allow new things to come in. If you're realizing that you've got things in your life that you want to release and you want to let go of, good, do it. Do a cleanup. Go through your phone. I'm going through this right now. I'm like rearranging my whole house, cleaning up my phone space, just tidying up, because I want new things to come in. And this is where the self-rescue blueprint, shameless plug right here, it takes you through that. There's 7 modules. So it's radical responsibility. Then there is like figuring out what you do want with your life. So like, now that you have control and you have power, what do you like? What do you want to have more of? And then you think, what do you don't like? How to have motivation? Well, how to create momentum when motivation is lost, and like figuring out your why. Like, why are you going to do this? So it's like, now, perfect example. I have every reason I can guarantee you guys, like, I had to walk home in the rain. There was this, and I was like, oh, it's just so bloody cold and miserable. Old me would have gone, you know what? Everything is ruined. I'm not going to do this thing today. Meh. I'm just going to sit on my bed and do nothing. So old me would have definitely reacted that way. Now it's like, cool, eat a meal, hot shower, get settled, and I can still do the podcast episode. That is absolutely crazy, isn't it? Anyway, so because I know my why. I know why. And also, really, I do enjoy doing these, which also really helps. And I know also, I know that no one's watching it now, but I know that momentum's going to build. So it's like workouts. If I skip a workout with me still having this goal of competing next year only, where are we now? June. Yeah, pretty much like 16 months, and I'm still in prep mode right now because every little bit that I do now counts. And every little bit that I do now with my podcast, it's going to count in the future. So it's because I'm showing up not for you guys, I'm showing up for myself. For once in my life, I'm going to be consistent because I've not been consistent on like say creating content as well, because I lose faith in myself and I'm going, oh, no one likes it, no one does this, no one seems to be like engaging, I'm not getting new followers, so why bother doing it? And I am going to be doing it, I am doing it because I enjoy doing it. This is what lights my soul up. This makes me happy, being a goofy goober, being a weirdo, and some points that I make can help someone else today. That is pretty much my purpose. So I got to be in this energy. And again, that's what coming home is. Now that I'm in this energy, I have learned how to do this in theory. And now I'm practicing it in the real world. And then after a while, it just clicks. And you just go, oh, this is what this feels like. And it's such a cool feeling because that's the end of the self-rescue blueprint. Yeah. Momentum. 5 is, yeah, having a momentum. Then you get to work on your triggers that normally would stop you. And there's another chapter as well. It's essentially like 10 to like 8 to 10 sessions with me, but now it's a PDF. So it's just uncovering layers of yourself. You can go through it once, and you can always go through it over and over again. Once you've got the PDF, it's yours. So, which is really exciting. So there's always, because you're not always going to get, trust me, but the way that healing goes, it's obviously in layers, right? Shrek reference right there. So, and it's true because I'm relearning things now, and I'm like, oh, but I've been through this before, but it's on a deeper level. Each time it goes just, and you're like, didn't we go through this? Yeah, because there's still more to uncover. It's kind of like one of those late night TV adverts, and they're like, wait, there's more. And you're like, but why? I don't want more. I'm done with character development. Just stop for now. But no, it's all to make you a better person. Yay. It's not just for other people for you to be a better person. It's for you. Be a better person for you, for yourself. You're your only friend in this lifetime. Really, truly. And anything that you're searching for externally, it's because you're actually craving it internally. Like I said about me searching for validation and the likes. And I'm like, bro, I've got to be hyped up about my own content for other people to go, oh, she might be onto something, because I am onto something. So again, I can blame outside people. I can go, oh, like I said, the algorithm, oh, this is this and this, but it comes down to me. And I just want to show you guys that it comes down to you. You're the problem. So, yes, you're the problem, but you're also the solution, is what I'm trying to get at right now. So, yeah, the blueprint, the self-rescue blueprint will be out, I'm hoping, in the next week or so. And here's another pro tip that I have discovered this week. I have been in situations where I would have been pretty triggered in older versions of me. So, for example, there is, like I said, I'm not tiny. I've always wanted my whole life to like be a nice little fit, skinny person. But now I'm doing wellness, and wellness, the women are are lower body beefcakes, essentially. So obviously, I'm trying to get more muscle. I'm actually trying to get bigger. The irony. Um, and so there's been an influx of other females in the gym, which is new and different because I've been going at the same time for like 2 years. And it's cool. It's nice to see more women in the gym. I love seeing more women in the gym, don't get me wrong. But I know that the insecure part of me, because they're all slim and toned and lovely, and I know the insecure part of me would have gone, oh, but I don't have her legs, or like, oh, look at her, isn't she pretty? I would have done the external thing. And now I look at them and I go, freaking absolutely well done for them. But I also really like how I look. I'm also so glad of the growth and the progress that I've been making. And also I have a goal. So do you see what I'm saying? It's another aspect as to why you got to create that safe space within yourself, because then your triggers and your excuses are not going to affect your life as much. I mean, are you not tired, sir and or madam and or they them? Are you not tired of feeling like a victim in your own life, man? Is it not tiring, that victim mentality, and like, oh, this is that, and I can't do this because X, Y, Z? Man, the stories. It's a story. It's a story we tell ourselves to make ourselves feel better. We're not really taught how to take responsibility and accountability. And people see that as a sign of weakness. If you just act like everything is fine, then like, I could never be wrong. Me. It's like that meme where the dog is busy sitting in a house that's on fire and he's like, everything's fine. It's the same feeling. It's the same vibe. And I don't know how people can do it, because now that I'm tired of my own excuses, and that's also where change starts, by the way, is when you actually really get sick and tired of your own excuses. And you go, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of repeating cycles and patterns and blah, blah, blah. But that's where you get the power to stand up and like a phoenix, like a phoenix, you rise from your own cuck and you transcend. But you have to rise from your own cuck ashes. Okay. And then you're going to burn down, and it's a process. But as long as you go with the flow, like I said, when you release control, then you can go with the flow with things. And what if there's another photo or meme that I saw recently where it's like, what I wanted, and it's like a bunch of roses, and then it's like, but what God has planned for me, and it's like a room full of roses, like full of roses. Have you ever considered that maybe you don't know what you're doing either, and you could be living a much better and greater life if you just let go and turn all of that inward? I don't know about you guys, but I'm thoroughly enjoying. And I'm really glad that I didn't let my excuses stop me from recording this today. I'm just saying. And thank you for making it this far into the episode. And thank you for joining me again for episode 4, and for being here for the Spiteful Positivity podcast. It will get better. It's going to. I have no choice but to. And if you resonated with today's message, write in the comments, I'm coming home to myself, to yourself, to your wonderful self. And basically, what I think I wanted to say is, lastly, is like, you just got to integrate those parts of you that you're shameful of. Let them come home. I should have added this somewhere in the message. I get excited. Leave me alone. Those shame parts, those other things of you that you know that you didn't, that you're not proud of, or your excuses. Don't hate them. Don't hate those parts of you. Bring them home. Tell them it's okay. Those are parts of you that you needed to survive. Really. And I would love to dive more into that. But if you would like to work with me, I do offer 4 and 8 week packages. So message me, find me on Instagram, and then we can chat about that. Because I'm a transformational wellness coach. Change happens when you take consistent action. And so doing one session here, one session there, I've decided that's not how I work. The magic that happens when working with me happens when it's consistent. So 4 weeks consistently, or eight weeks consistently, and you get a meal plan as well, because you can't just work on your mind but then continue eating KFC every day. That's not how that works. So yes. So thanks again for joining me, and I hope that you guys stay nice and warm if you're in the lower hemisphere, and if you're in the summer hemisphere, if you're in the northern hemisphere, then enjoy your summer. Me. Wait, here it's freaking cold. And yeah, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed today's episode. Like, share, and subscribe it. Share the video and the message with someone who you believe could do with integrating parts of themselves. Like, could just be a little bit nicer to themselves. Or someone who you know needs to get over their own BS. I'm just saying. And I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.